In this video, we're going to learn about choosing the right plants for the right location in your area. When you're considering houseplants, you have to consider how large a plant you're looking for, what your light levels are like. If the air is extremely dry, and often it is in the wintertime when the central heating is on, there's some plants like the ones above us. These spider plants are good for improving your air quality. They actually will take some of the some of the toxins out of the air. Now the other thing is that a lot of people are working with a very low light area, and this plant, this pothos, is a plant you can practically put in a closet in the dark for a month and take it out and it's still going to be happy. Now this plant that we have is pothos, and it comes in a lot of different colors. There's one with a different shade altogether, and these plants are really dependable and sturdy. They make a vine, but you can trim them back or roll them into fit the area. But very sturdy. They can live in very low light. Now the plants, some of the colorful plants, such as this fella, needs lots of light. Now he's one of the ones that if you don't have a good high light level, you're not going to have great success. But beautiful in that area where the light is a bit above average, and that bright light is probably within 6 feet of a window that gets maybe the morning sun. And that's where the croton's going to be a happy plant for you. The north window, where you can get really close to the window, perhaps. This little bird's nest palm. The bird's nest palm is one of the plants that needs again a fair bit of light. Bird's nest palm, not a palm. That is a bird's nest Dracaena. The various types of palms are real sun lovers, and there again you're looking for a plant that wants a really good light area. You have to make a real consideration when choosing which plant is best for your particular area. And one of these little things that can be really handy, because if the air is dry, you can mist them. It's just a fine mist, but that mixture will help keep that tropical atmosphere we need. Now, as we move up into larger plants, here's a Dracaena. A minute ago we looked at a very small one, but there's a plant that's really a more sort of a table plant, or large enough to be almost like a piece of furniture. And we have the similar type in a plant that's large enough perhaps to stand on the floor. Again, it's a Dracaena, and Dracaena come in a lot of really nice color combination, but you can set this plant on a plant stand, or you can put it right on the floor to be something that you can enjoy for a good period of time. Interestingly enough, this is another type of Dracaena, and really colorful. This would be a plant that would be best in a higher light level than some of the plants we have. And maybe we'll move on down and we'll just have a look at some others here. When we're looking for plants for lower light areas, two of them that come to mind are peace lily. Another one is pothos. Pothos can be arranged on a pole like this, so it can be a fairly substantial plant, and yet they will grow in quite a low light area. The types of plants that are best, and that's a real consideration when you're choosing plants, is to make a point to get plants that are going to be comfortable in the amount of light you're offering them. Like if you try this palm and he doesn't get a really medium to high light level, he's just not going to be a happy plant. Where you would have the peace lily in that same location, and it would just thrive in a lower light than the palm. The number of different plants available is incredible, and ivy is a vining plant, but ivy can be easily cared for in a medium light. Perhaps the number of varieties would scare you. I mean, obviously there's a variegated, but there's some with a deeply serrated leaf, and then some of them would be, more of a full leaf shape. Those ones are all in the same family, but would really be an enjoyable, long-lasting houseplant. Okay, we moved into the jungle now to show you some larger plants. This one not being extremely large, but that's a sun lover. The crotons need lots of light, but are spectacular plants. This one is a plant that you see a tremendous amount of. It's a weeping fig, and they are used in office buildings. Their homeowners love them. When you first move it in, it'll probably acclimatize and shed, sometimes even a third of its leaves. One of the beauties of these is you can trim them like you would an outdoor plant. Cut out some of the woody bits that are inside, allow a little more light in, and you'll notice this one's been tipped back at one point. That causes it to branch and form a much fuller head. So a bit of maintenance with one of these plants and you'll get a ton of enjoyment with it. And the mention of plants that like light, we talk about some palm trees. Now there's a palm that is just so enjoyable. If you haven't got your ticket south just yet, why there you can just put that in the living room and choose your favorite beverage and away you go. That's a trip to the south with just having a plant in the house. These plants are large enough to take the space of a piece of furniture. So after Christmas or in the new year when the light levels are low, just be very careful transporting them. You have to be sure you don't give them a chill in getting them home, and when you get them home, you place them so they're not getting hot or cold drafts. And these, because they are tropical, and if you need to, you can sometimes put a larger tray beneath them to allow a little bit of moisture to evaporate and keep the humidity up there for them. Or you can spray them with a mister to pick that moisture level up. The endless number. Here's a completely different looking plant, same family, another fig. Weeping fig are in the same family as an old plant called a rubber plant, and they are long-lasting plants when they have the right care and location. When you're looking for house plants, some of the older plants, this Sansevieria lasts for ages. It gets a lot of nicknames: snake plant, mother-in-law's tongue, but the number of plants you have to choose from is incredible these days, and they're coming up with new varieties. Like this pothos with the brighter gold is a newer one. So make a trip in to the greenhouses and have our staff help you choose the right plant for your location. And if you'd like to learn more, you can subscribe at scottsnursery.tv.